you ever consider putting out an album, like a live one or a B-sides album?
I mean, I'd consider it, but I mean, it takes a great deal of effort, and I'm not sure if if somebody came to me and wanted to do something, I'm completely amenable and enthusiastic and excited, but I don't necessarily think that I have the wherewithal to kind of motivate that happening on my own. Do you know what I mean? I've always been an entrepreneur and a self-starter, but I'm so involved with school and all the other things that I'm doing. I can't imagine me focusing that much on it. But you never know.
Do you have a lot of B-sides and unreleased material?
Oh, yeah.
That's built up over the years?
I have all that stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
I have everything. Because you seem like you really know these records. I mean, I'm really flattered. Do you remember Vandenberg?
Yeah, I have all their stuff.
Ah, This Burning Heart of Mine. I love that song. And that early Def Leppard. I'm just crazy about that music.
I like a lot of the other LA bands too, like Lion, Lillian Axe, Rough Cut, XYZ, stuff like that.
Yeah. And Bullet. Where'd they have been? The Bullet Boys, right?
Yeah.
Well, I was a huge Rat fan, of course, and then I liked Warrant too. And I don't really see anybody that much. I don't run into anybody. I'm surprised. I run into more people in administration and record company stuff than I run into the actual musicians. I must not frequent the places where everyone is.
Have you run into Cal or Doug recently?
No, I mean, Vicky. Sometimes I talk to Vicky and she tells me what's happening, but I don't know. I mean, I'm married to a stockbroker. I run into people from Smith Barney. I don't run into the musicians anymore, and that's kind of sad. I mean, I talk to Jimmy on the phone, and he lets me know what's going on sometimes. I think he's playing with Alice Cooper right now, and actually so is Reb, and so is Paul Taylor. So I bet that's a great show.
Yeah, I think VH1 had airing a couple months ago of that, like some rock and roll concert they had there, some Alice Cooper concert.
I can't believe I missed that. I would like to have seen that. Yeah.
Now, with your first two releases, are there any plans to reissue them on CD?
There's no plans. I mean, I'm not sure what the policy is, or if I have the rights to them, or if the company does, or anything like that. I hadn't really thought about it. I mean, I'm disappointed that they're not on CD because I'd love to hear them on CD. But but maybe that'll happen. I mean, as people become more interested in the more obscure bands of that era, and it becomes obvious that it is profitable to release this stuff because the technology is so much less expensive than it used to be, I think we'll see more of that. And maybe with this interview I'll motivate myself to look into it a little bit more than I have.
Yeah, because I've seen, like, with Black and Blue, and with Riot, and with a lot of 80s bands, that a lot of reissues are popping up here and there of stuff that was only available on LP. Right.
Well, then, you never know. I mean, I guess I should make a couple of phone calls. Maybe I will. Maybe I will when I stop coughing.
It would be cool, too, if I know a lot of discs now have that multimedia portion on them where you can fit music videos and stuff like that.
Listen, I have so much stuff. Plus, we were on what was that show called? ABC in Concert? I was on that with my Squeeze band.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was on. I have tape of that. I have tape of the whole show, and then just of the little, 5 or 7 minute segment. That was fun. That's the only kind of live thing I have from that. But I have lots of stuff. I mean, I guess it would just... I'd have to figure out who has the rights, blah, 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 and then whatever. Because, if the record company pays for it, they have ownership.
Yeah, you should post them up on the website, like ask the fans if they would think about the reissue and videos or stuff like that getting put out, because I think there'd be a lot of fans.
Right, maybe there would. I mean, that website blows my mind. That John, who put that up, really, he's a doll. And it was fun for me to go in there and check out what people are saying.
Now, do you know when you'd ever release another studio album, or are you still so busy with college it's tough to figure?
Oh, I have absolutely no plans for that at all, really. I mean, sometimes people solicit me, but I can't imagine it happening unless I really pursued it myself. And, I'll be finished with college in June, and I'm the oldest living senior. Let me see. I don't know what'll happen. I've been really, really enjoying school, and I'm enjoying my world travels, and everything's been pretty thrilling for the last few years, including this marriage, which is just from heaven. So, I don't know. Maybe if I feel some angst, I'll feel the need to sing again.
Do you think hard rock is doing better now than it was in the early 90s?
I think that Pearl Jam is hard rock. I think that Nirvana is hard rock. I can't figure out why they call it alternative, except that it was an alternative to maybe the more basic kind of music. It was a little more lyrically interesting. If you want to call the music that I like corporate rock, it was a little less kind of formulaic, but it's not that different. I think the Police is Police R, is that R is, well, whatever, that band, the Police, that is a rock band. And I'm not really sure how they categorize stuff. I think it's probably more accepted now that alternative kind of is rock, and it is coming back, because there's some great music from that time.
Do you have any closing comments for the fans?
My closing comments is, my fans, I'm very happy that you're out there, and it gave me a lot of pleasure to sing that stuff, and I love it just as much as anybody else does, and I'm so flattered and thrilled by the interest, and I wish everyone could have as great a life as I have had so far. And Bob, you just blew my mind that you know all this stuff. Call me anytime. I love to gossip about all the drummers.
All right.
It's just fantastic.